Hi everyone, and welcome to the Soul Illumination reading for the sign of Scorpio. This is I Am Illuminated Tarot reading for Soul Illumination. So hi everyone and welcome. Now Scorpio, as I'm starting to pull your initial cards here, this reading is going to be a little different than my normal monthly readings as we are in the start of a new year. We are entering into 2024, and I'm going to be taking a look at, in this reading, the energy for the year ahead. So it's a little broader, and we're going to be looking more at general themes, and then we're going to dive in with clarifiers. So the first card that came out for you, Scorpio, is Poised. Beautiful energy to be starting a brand new year. Now it brings in the energy of 48, which further reduces down to the number 12. For those of you who listen to my readings, you'll know that I often refer to the number 12 as the God number. It is the number to me that really represents wholeness and the divine. I do work with numbers quite a bit in my numerology practice, so there is a sense here with me and my familiarity with this number that there is a divinity to it. So there's definitely a sense here of the divine, poised, getting ready to enter into something that is truly meant for you, or in essence, really diving into a year that is going to be, I think, divinely orchestrated for you. Now, the number 12 also further reduces to the number 3. The number 3 is all about communication. It can be also about being seen, and it can be about greeting life with the innocence of a child. So there's a sense here of this kind of childlike wonder, a year of communication, and a year truly, maybe for some of you, of being creative and being seen for that. So there's a creativity component coming through. Now, First, we're going to start the reading here by reading the excerpt that comes with this card here, this oracle deck, and then we'll dive into pulling the additional cards. So this will be kind of the overarching theme for the year for 2024, is that you are really getting into that place of preparing for the new. So we have essential meanings: being ready, bringing something to light, being at your best confidence. This says the oracle's message. You can be assured that you are ready for anything right now. You know what you need to. Your skills are sharp. You've come to this place armed with wisdom and knowledge, and you sense a new phase of your life about to begin. People respond to your confidence and trust you. This is an auspicious time to begin new things. So for anyone who is either looking for that cue to maybe actually start something new, maybe you've been kind of going back and forth a little bit about that, this is definitely a card of saying yes. This could be the year to pursue that. There's also the additional energy here of, for some of you, there may just be new things happening in your life. You might have started a new job. You might have started a new relationship. You might be getting ready to work on an aspect of your creativity. And there's that sense of this saying, you're ready. You're ready to move forward with that at this point. Okay, so I'm going to pull an additional card here. Now, this is a new deck I've been working with, and I've really enjoyed it, the Wild Elemental Oracle. And we're going to get an additional energetic feel. Kind of, again, this is a month to really prepare for the year ahead. We have some major planetary shifts this year. We have Pluto moving from Pisces into Aquarius. And right at the top of my head, I'm blanking on the other one, so I'm not going to bore you with my lack of astrology knowledge here in the moment. But this is kind of a prep year for next year, which is going to have some additional major planetary moves. Oh, it's Jupiter. Jupiter is the one that's moving signs. My apologies. But not to bore you, to focus on the cards more here, we do have Eagle, beautiful energy, Eagle, the number 36, and we have Bee, which is the number 27. I love both of these energies, and we'll also get a chance here to see what these reference. So Eagle and number 36, so it does represent the air energy. And its attributes are swiftness, strength, keen sight, illumination of spirit, creation. There's a creative element coming through here. Ability to see hidden spiritual truths, connection to spirit guides and teachers, great power and balance, dignity with grace, connection with higher truths, and intuitive and creative spirit. And it says, when Eagle soars into your life, it is never quiet or subtle. Eagle is a sign to reconnect with your spiritual path. She is showing you the way to the highest of your personal truth. The guidance she brings is one of the heart and your higher self. The sky is the limit when you follow your highest directives. What is it that your heart desires? How does this tie in with your spiritual path? What is the bigger picture of these two things combined? As long as you are open, listen, and allow, Eagle will show you the way. Beautiful. So this is going to be a year of really connecting with a higher truth for yourself. And I would, if you can build in a mantra for this month, definitely build in a mantra around really getting connected to what your heart desires at this moment, because you're poised to bring it in for yourself. So now we have B for number 27. And let's dive in. So this is a fire element, and it says, B attributes: hard work, social, female warrior energy, reincarnation, communication with the dead, concentration, and prosperity. It says B comes buzzing into your life when you need to watch how you are being productive. Are you getting lost in an inability to be orderly and efficient? Are you missing opportunities due to disorganization? Are you missing working with others to achieve your goals? What are your goals? How can you get there? Step by step, write down what it will take for you to get there. What gets in your way of achieving these steps? Now, I really like that these two cards coming together, because one is all about asking yourself, what does your heart desire? And the other one is all about how can you build in the practical steps to bring that in? How can you start to reorganize your life? When you think of being poised and we're ready to leap into the new or fly into the new as it looks here, what are those, how can you use this month to really start to kind of move things around a little bit to really make space for what you want to create in your life? I'm definitely getting Empress energy here for you guys, so we'll see if that comes out. I'm going to pull a main tarot card now. That's going to be the theme for 2024 for you guys. So we'll dive in here and see what wants to come out. What does Scorpio need to know about the year ahead? Ooh, I love it. So this is a unique card to this deck. This is, there's one of two cards in this Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck that I use. And this represents, for me, a higher, more romanticized and more vulnerable, kind of idealized image of the Lover's card in the tarot. So for those of you who are familiar with the tarot, the Lover's card in the Major Arcana really speaks to, can be love between two people. It can also be choosing what your heart desires, kind of following your heart. Now, this takes it to another level. This takes it to the romantic love, not just choosing what you love, which could be, I love dogs, or I love writing, or this is more about being vulnerable and intimate with another individual in your life and really coming together on that level. So this is going to be a year that is going to be very much focused on vulnerability between you and another, or possibly even between you and others, because sometimes when we think of love, we do automatically go immediately to that romantic kind of partnership love between you and one other person. But sometimes this can also be about being vulnerable with others on a deep, intimate level, with shared through love. This could be a deep reconnection with a family member, a deep reconnection with a dear friend, something along those lines where there's an element of vulnerability and true love, getting a chance to love the other person for everything, faults and all, and vice versa, and truly being there for each other through that element of love. So this is going to be a year of trust, of vulnerability, and possibly romantic love, or a deepening of a romantic partnership for you guys. Okay, beautiful energy for 2024. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull. Before I pull some clarifiers here, I'm going to do a little differently than I normally do. I'm going to pull kind of the middle spread that I would normally do for my reading, but with a different deck. And then we're going to dive in. So this is going to kind of give us a timeline, a storyline for the progression of 2024. Now, keep in mind, I don't like to use tarot as a predictive form. I like to use tarot as being able to represent the energy and the potential that we all have to achieve our highest potential, which really is keeping us focused on our journey, keeping us focused on our emotional engagement with our life experience. And so this is more about reading the energy, but you get to fill in the specifics. And obviously, one of my favorite tarot readers, Aquarian Insight, she always likes to say, don't give away your power to a tarot reader. And definitely keep that in mind here. If there's something that is not resonating, please do not take that to heart. Do not try to read further into it. This reading may not be for you. But if it does resonate, then this is kind of like taking a look at the general energy flux. Now, what comes in for you on that kind of, it's almost like all of us going out on surfboards, right? Paddling out towards that wave coming in. Now, how each one of us responds to that wave as we see it curling towards us is going to be different. Some of us are going to paddle really fast and we're going to go up to the top and we're going to try to ride it down. Some of us are going to go underneath it and wait for the next one to come because we're not quite ready. And some of us might be somewhere in between. So there's that sense of really gauging where you are on the wave of energy as we take a look at this and acting in accordance with yourself. But this is kind of like the guide, just saying the wave is coming and you can choose to meet it in the way that works best for you. So we have Ace of Swords right off the bat. So many of you are coming into 2024 with a sense of clarity, with a sense of connecting to a new truth for yourself. This could be a new idea. This could be, again, just clarity around something in your life. Knight of Swords, fast movement. It could be communication of a truth. So there may be something where you guys, something has come to light in your life and you are ready to go out there and share it with others. This could be the truth around, leaving one job and moving to another. This could be the truth around you just found out you're expecting a child and you're going to share that with others. This could be the truth around a relationship and being able to go out there and speak to that. There's a sense of movement. There's a sense of coming into an awareness of something and being able to take action on that. So that's going to be the first part of this year. That's probably going to be the January, February time frame for many of you. Now we're going to move into a little bit more of the second quarter here, as you would call it. Let's see what else wants to come out for Scorpio. For some of you too, this could be incoming energy. So keep in mind that energy can be us. It can be related to us directly. It can also be related to the energy around us. So this could be somebody, this could be someone in your life having a realization, a truth, an aha moment, and they are coming to share this with you. Now we have the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles is when we feel like we don't have enough, when we feel like we are either left out in the cold or we are in a place of lack. We don't have enough time, energy, money, resources. But with the Eight of Cups coming in here, there's a sense of finally walking away from that. The Eight of Cups is when we realize for ourselves that there's something in our life that no longer is emotionally supportive of who we are, and it's time for us to continue down the path towards something else. Now that can be an actual person, a job, a relationship. This could be the realization for some of you that you're not getting paid enough at work, and you're realizing that now, and it's time to walk away. But this could also be where maybe there's something happening in your life where you're realizing that there could be a pattern of behavior that's not supportive of you. Maybe you've fed this kind of mentality of I will never have enough, or I will never have enough love in my life, or I'll never have enough time. And you're realizing with some clarity here that I don't have to think that way anymore. This could be like somebody saying, all of a sudden, somebody comes in and says, I love you. And I just realized that, and I would love to start a life with you. And maybe for a long period of time, you felt kind of left out in the cold by others. Maybe you felt like you're always on the outside looking in, and suddenly you realize, oh my gosh, this person loves me for who I am. I can leave behind this feeling of rejection. I can leave behind this feeling of lack or being unsupported. But there is something here where whatever this truth is coming in at the beginning of the year, and this movement or communication it's going to lead to the walking away of something in your life where you have long felt that there was a lack of. So this could even be where you're realizing, I don't get paid enough at work. It's like it dawns on you and you're like, oh my goodness. This could actually be where there is a job offer on the table. There's a communication that comes in and you realize, oh my gosh, I've been being underpaid for so long. I've been sitting in this place of just barely making my bills every month, and I'm realizing I get to walk away from that. I'm not going to keep living like that anymore. And here comes the opportunity. So as we move into summer, I'm feeling here more the June, moving into kind of the August time frame, we have the Three of Wands. Now, Three of Wands, mixed with the Empress. I knew there was the Empress coming in here. Yep, I felt that for you guys. The Empress is beautiful energy. This is truly holding space. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords. I just thought I'd show that to you guys. But the Empress is giving birth to something. It's the sense of this could be truly a creative project. This could be you giving birth to a child. But with the Three of Wands coming in here, this is opportunity. This is finally walking away from something that was not supportive of you, or where you felt like you were out in the cold having to do something all alone. And you're realizing now that by walking away from that and by kind of having this awareness of something new, a clarity around something, or someone telling you something like an aha moment, that there's new opportunities on the horizon. The Three of Wands is making the decision to look towards the horizon for the new. And with that in comes the Empress and the Page of Wands. Beautiful. Now, the Page of Wands sometimes can be seen as a child in the tarot. So for some of you, this literally could be that there is going to be a birth this year for some of you. But it could also be that you are giving birth to something that will be fun and feel like play and be creative. And there will be an opportunity around this coming in for you. So there's a sense you're really getting into that place of holding space. When we are poised, it's almost like when we think of poise, we think of kind of standing at the ready to move towards what we want, or to take action, or to bring something towards us. And the Empress is all about that. The Empress is all about holding that space, but with a clear goal for what you want. So that's really with the eagle coming in. What does your heart desire? What is that goal? And using the bee energy to really get yourself organized for it. This would be like saying all of a sudden you're going to start a new job, and you're going to kind of give birth to a new life for yourself even. This could be, or a job that's going to really allow you to dive into a creative aspect of your experience. And there's a sense here of really getting yourself prepared for that so that you can be as successful as possible. Now, if this is truly about maybe giving birth, literally, this could be about, again, getting yourself organized for that. This would be like getting the nursery ready. This would be making sure that you've made family members aware that you are financially set up to bring a child into the world, whatever it is. But this can also be too, for some of you, where it doesn't apply to, let's say, just work or a child or a creative project. This could be also bringing into alignment a loving relationship, a true partnership. For those of you who are looking for love, this could be that. The Empress is really getting into our ultimate ability to create the life that we would like for ourselves. And there's a sense of really getting to that place for many of you, that whatever's coming in on the horizon is going to allow you to give birth to a free aspect of yourself. The Page of Wands is someone who is curious about their talents, their passions. They want to go out and have fun. That's why sometimes it can be looked at as the curious child at play, because that is the energy of the Page of Wands. It's like saying, I just want to go out there and have fun. I want to use my passions in a new way. I want to see through play the world through fresh eyes. And for some of you, this might be the journey of kind of seeing the world anew through walking away from something. And in doing so, you open yourself up for the new opportunity that's coming in. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I'm going to pull some additional clarifiers here. So dive a little deeper. And again, I will reiterate with, this card here being, the more divine romantic card in this deck coming through. This could be a year for those of you who want to really find that kind of true love, or go deep with a current partnership to get to that level of true vulnerability and support. This is that year. This is where everything's going to kind of shift for many of you. So I'm going to dive a little deeper into the Poised card first. Let's see what else we need to know about that. We have the Seven of Wands. Yeah, so that's a sense of kind of defending yourself. There's a sense of really defending what you're getting ready to move into. For many of you, it could even just be an intuitive hunch. It could be something where you've just started 2024 and you're like, oh my gosh, I need a new job. Or, oh my gosh, I am ready to find the love of my life. Something like that. And there's a sense of really having to defend your space, or defend the need now to make space for what you would like to bring in, what you're getting poised and ready for, because there's the Wheel of Fortune. Yep. The wheel's turning in your favor. There is something coming in for you, and it's something that if you're prepared for it, you won't miss it. That's kind of the Three of Wands, right? When we look to the horizon, the Three of Wands can be seen as our ships coming in. When we look to the horizon to see what's coming in for us, we generally have to have an idea of what we're looking for. Otherwise, we could miss something, right? The Three of Wands comes after the Two of Wands, where we have made a decision to go in a new path, or we have made the decision to act differently, take a different action than we have in the past. So we can be staying on the same path, but we are choosing to act differently to create a different outcome or a different emotional response or connection. And so when the Three of Wands comes in, it's saying, okay, I've made a decision to do something differently or go in a different direction. And so therein, what I can expect is what you're expecting and what you're looking for is based on the why behind that Two of Wands decision. So keep that in mind. All right. So let's see here. So there's that kind of question saying, what do you want to give birth to? What were you hoping to bring into your life? And keep your eye on the horizon for that, and use that Eagle Spirit card to really get into that energy of what does your heart most desire? Okay, so I'm going to pull some additional clarifiers. For the Ace of Swords, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is a slow-moving knight. He is methodical. It's the energy of Virgo. It's someone who is very deliberate and has a plan of action. They have a seed, and they're ready to plant it in a way that will reap the biggest harvest. So for some of you, there could be the realization, of a plan moving forward. But with the moon coming in, it says the way is a little unclear, as it always is with us in life. We never know everything all the time. But I think for some of you, there is a realization around an opportunity to plan for something. But it may be something where it is a little it's almost like you're having to do something on faith. You're having to make a plan on faith. Now, this could also be where there's a realization someone might be coming to you and saying, I would like to plan for the future with you. The way may be unclear, but I've just had the awareness that I love you and I'd like to invest in moving in with you. It could be something along those lines, and yet the way won't be clear. For some of you, you may be dealing with the energy of a Virgo in your life. There could be something along that line as well, that there's an awareness around a Virgo, although I'd say that would be a little bit more if this was maybe the Hermit coming in there. Okay, so for the Knight of Swords, we have the Three of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. So right there, for many of you, there's a sense here of someone coming in and saying, I have a plan, let's do this together. The Three of Pentacles is coming together with others or another. There's a sense of collaboration, a sense of community, and a sense of building towards the future. And in the future, building towards a shared vision. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is where we're kind of stuck in this reevaluation period where we're looking at what we have, maybe looking at our resources, looking at our, this could be looking at the money we have in the bank, the home that we have, the possessions, the time we have on our hands. And we're kind of trying to figure out, is this is all my hard work and what I'm doing actually, do I want to keep doing the same thing, or do I want to keep investing in this way? Or is there a way for me to kind of maybe organize what I have slightly differently so I can utilize it differently? But I think for many of you, there's a sense here of what's being communicated is a plan of action around building something together. So for some of you, this literally could be that there is an awareness here around moving in with someone, building towards a future together. There could be an awareness around a collaboration, a business collaboration. Someone might come in and say, I love your idea. I want to get on board. These are the resources I have, but this is what I can bring to the table, and I'd love for you to bring what you can bring to the table, and let's make this happen. So it could be something along those lines. There's definitely a sense of communication here around collaboration, around getting on the same page, around building a future towards something, and taking a look at the resources of how to do that. And it could be shared resources, or it could be everybody bringing a talent to the table, something along that line. Now with the Five of Pentacles, let's see here. What does Scorpio need to know about the Five of Pentacles? Judgment. Okay, yeah. Saying there's a major fundamental change happening here around the Five of Pentacles for many of you. This could be, again, where someone coming in and saying, I love you and I want to move in with you and let's build a life together, is changing you on a fundamental level. The Judgment card comes in as well when something has changed so fundamentally in our life that we can't go back to the person we were before. It could be along the lines of, finding out that you're going to be a parent and you're realizing, oh my gosh, I'm going to be a parent and I can't go back to never having been a parent after this point. Or, moving in with someone and deciding to maybe get married, something along those lines. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm actually going to not be that single person who's always single. I'm going to, it could be just also the realization of, oh my gosh, I'm not that person anymore. Like, I have quite a bit in my life. I am worth more, and I'll never go back to being the person who undervalued myself. It could be that like sudden realization of like, oh my gosh, I'm ready to invest in my future, and I'm not going to take less than this from anyone from this point forward. It could literally be that. Now we also have Nine of Swords, Knight of Cups, and Queen of Wands. Now the Nine of Swords is a card of kind of anxiety. It can be overthinking something. And the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Wands. Knight of Cups is the card of the hopeful romantic. It can be a Pisces. And the Queen of Wands is that kind of, I always like to call it the bloom where you're planted, or the kind of witchy person in your life, the person who almost seems like by magic to just draw things towards them. These could be two people in your life. This could be a Pisces and an Aries for sure. They could be the people maybe that you're collaborating with, if there's a job opportunity or a change in employment coming through. But this could also be you and someone else. This could be you in a relationship with a Pisces for sure, and there's an anxiety around that. But there could be a change in your relationship dynamic. There's a sense here for some of you that maybe even you could be walking away from this dynamic. Maybe there's something here that for a long time, you and this other person. Now, it doesn't actually have to be a Pisces and an Aries. This could just literally be the individual who is kind of more the hopeful, romantic individual. Sometimes can be seen as a little naive. And the Queen of Wands, someone who's fiery, who's passionate, who really shows up as their most confident self. There could be a sense between you and someone else here, a relationship, it's changing, judgment. There's a major change, a major judgment, and that could be what you're walking away from. It could be something where, maybe you're finally walking away from a relationship that there was something that came to light that, this could be where someone says, I love you, let's move in, and it's making you reflect on maybe a past relationship you've long held on to, and you're saying, oh my gosh, I can finally move on from that. I can finally move on from that relationship where maybe you were the hopeful romantic, maybe you were the Knight of Cups, and you felt a little naive. Maybe you were with someone who was this kind of overly confident, in your face kind of person, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm done with that. I'm walking away because this other person is coming into my life, and I'm going to put my eyes to the horizon instead of my eyes here. Now, this could also be that maybe there's someone in, this could even be where you have, recommunication. I don't see anything that says that, but there could be like recommunication from someone in your life, this past person, and you're like, yeah, wow, I'm really realized I've changed since then and I'm done with this. But I get the feeling more than anything, whatever this realization and communication is about collaboration, about getting together, about having a plan for the future now for yourself that is definitely new, is shedding light on how much you've changed since a previous relationship that really gave you a lot of anxiety here, and one in which most likely I could see you being the Knight of Cups, where you might have been kind of the more hopeful, rose-colored glasses, slightly naive, and it's like, wow, I've changed a lot since then. I can finally let it go, and that's what the Eight of Cups is saying. And then we have the King of Coins. Ooh, I love it. Stepping into your full power. And the Eight of Coins. Yeah, see, there's a definite, you go from the 7, you go from the Knight of Coins to the King of Coins. You go from the 7 of Coins to the 8 of Coins. So this is making that firm decision. You're like, finally leaving something behind. I'm finally either leaving, or this could be even a relationship and a work dynamic as well, when we think about this, where maybe you always felt like you were the lesser one, maybe working for someone who was very flashy or showy, or someone who always kind of stole the limelight. And there's a sense here of finally letting that go, realizing you've changed, and now you're getting into planning mode. Eight of Pentacles is moving forward. This is saying, okay, I'm putting my head down and I'm starting to work on the plan. This is definitely that B energy coming in. King of Pentacles, this is Taurus. Now, for some of you, you might be actually moving towards a Taurus. This could be walking away from this relationship and walking towards a Taurus in your life, or someone who embodies strong, steady, stable earth energy, meaning could be a Capricorn or a Virgo as well. That could be the progression of the Virgo person here. This could be, someone in your life, a Virgo coming in and saying, hey, let's start a business together. Something along those lines, let's collaborate. But it can also be where you're realizing your own potential now to get into a place of ultimate physical stability and security for yourself. And you're starting to work on it step by step. There's that sense of putting your head down and saying, I am in a place of mastery right now. And that mastery comes from me committing, comes from me knowing that one step is followed by the next step, and I'm the one who's going to commit to that. Okay, let's see what's coming in here for the Three of Wands. What does Scorpio need to know for the Three of Wands? We have, there it is, the Tower and the Three of Wands again. So this is saying that in walking away and choosing to commit to building something, choosing to really stand in your power, again, King of Pentacles, to start, it's kind of like an empire building here for many of you. But there's a sense with the Tower that finally you have let the walls come down. You have allowed something that maybe was not standing on firm foundation to come down. And that's what finally leads to the incoming opportunity, the Three of Wands. Okay, the Empress. We have the Sun. Oh, I love it. For some of you, there definitely could be a birth, for sure. With the Sun and the Empress, that is definitely child energy, giving birth energy, and then we have the Ten of Cups. Oh, my goodness. So this is like the realization of kind of almost like a dream come true. There is that sense with the Empress, the Sun, and the Ten of Cups. There is the illumination of a heart's fulfillment here. There could actually be a marriage as well with the Ten of Cups coming in, and that could be being illuminated. You could be getting married and having a child for some of you out there. This could even be a progression where for some of you, we're looking at 2024, but this could also be something that maybe you have moved into and are, maybe you went through this last year, but now this year, this is where your relationship with this individual deepens. Maybe you had the, notifies could be over here with the Ace of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Maybe somebody came in and told you, hey, I'm pregnant. And last year, maybe you gave birth, maybe you got married, and this is the year where you actually start your new life as that couple, where you get to really enjoy the fun, the Page of Wands that is to come. This could be, I always like to look at time as obviously not linear. When I do these readings, I make the assumption that they are reading for some point in your life, Scorpio. Now, this might have happened 15 years ago, and there's something in it that is waiting to be revisited again from this point. It could even just be reliving a happy memory and realizing, I want to get back to that. I want to reconnect with my significant other. We've drifted apart. I remember that beautiful year when we found out we were pregnant. Now I'm ready to get back in with them. That kind of thing. But for some of you, you could be literally going through this step by step this year, and this could be the turn of events. So keep that in mind. This could be the future. This could be literally you are getting poised to bring this in, but you might go through half of that this year and bring in the second half next year. So keep that in mind. But I do feel that this will happen in this progression. It's just time is not linear, and obviously we are all different ages and at all different places. So keep this as it resonates, but it's very positive. So for the Page of Wands, we have the Eight of Cups again and the Two of Coins. I think for many of you, you're finally walking away from just a life that might have been a little boring. The Two of Pentacles could be where we're just doing the day-to-day. We're just like waking up, going to work, meeting with friends and going home and doing it all over again. Waking up, going to the store, making our dinner. And then it's like all of a sudden there's this realization that there's more to life than that. And I think for many of you, this Page of Wands, whether this is truly bringing a child into your life that really allows you to finally walk away from maybe just a level of maybe emotional disconnection, or it allows you to really see the priority in your life, where you're able to walk away from just juggling the day-to-day and you're ready to prioritize fun. You're like, this is it. I'm bringing in everything that I want, and I'm not going to just be a workhorse. I'm not going to just do a bunch of things for the sake of doing a bunch of things, or just every day trying to fit in as much as I can. I'm going to walk away from that kind of lifestyle, and I'm going to go out there and I'm going to have fun. I'm going to enjoy my life, and most likely enjoy it with another individual. Bottom of the deck, strength. Yeah, it is going to take strength to get through this, whether this is all this year, because at the heart of this, it is walking away from a part of yourself, a version of yourself that you were before this incoming awareness or notification or wanting to plan for the future or a collaboration came in. There's a sense of having to walk away from either a relationship. This could even be a long-standing relationship dynamic, or maybe in every work environment you always played one of these roles, or maybe this was, a relationship that haunted you and now you can finally release that. Or it could be where this is just a role you played in every relationship and you finally get to walk away from that and you get to bring in a dream, that heart's desire. I get the feeling for many of you, the Knight of Cups that might have been hurt before, that might have been seen as naive, is getting his wish. The Knight of Cups is bringing in his Ten of Cups, and there's that sense of with the Sun and the Empress, it's like it's all coming here for you. So I will leave it there. What beautiful energy for the year ahead, Scorpio, or if this has all happened preceding this, you are poised to really go deeper with an individual in your life and to bring in true abundance. Not just physical abundance. This is emotional abundance, and this is getting that rare opportunity to love someone and have that love equally returned. All right, I will leave it there. I hope you all have a wonderful year ahead, Scorpio. I have so enjoyed this reading. If you'd like to book a personal reading where we can take a look at your own personal 2024, you can click on the link in the description box below to visit my website. Otherwise, I will see you all in your next illumination reading. Bye, Scorpio.